Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The reading today is Tilang Mahalla Chotha, composition of the fourth Nanak, Guru Ram Das. And the opening line of this sabad is Nit Nihafal Karam Kamai Bafafe Durmatiya. Nit Nihafal Karam Kamai Bafafe Durmatiya. The Durmatiya, meaning one whose understanding is faulty, whose understanding is split, has gone astray. That is the Durmatiya. So this sabad is speaking about the Durmatiya, the one with Durmat, a broken understanding, if you will. What is the Durmatiya doing? Nit Nihafal Karam Kamai. Nit Nihafal Karam. Nihafal, performing actions that are actually fruitless, that have no substance to them. Nit, and this is what the Durmatiya is doing constantly. Nit Nihafal Karam Kamai. And then Bawafa, boasting, doesn't just perform actions that are fruitless, but actually brags about them. And the second line says, Jab aave valvanch kar jhoot, tab jaane jag jitya. It's a very interesting line. Jab aave valvanch kar jhoot, tab jaane jag jitya. Tab jaane. This Durmatiya fancies itself to be a world conqueror when it receives outcomes from its actions that it deems to be valuable through its cunning. Jab aave valvanch, through its cunning. Kar jhoot, what actually is earned or performed is actually still worthless, but not to the Durmatiya. The Durmatiya thinks that it has conquered the world through these fruitless, hollow actions. Aisi baji sansar, but such is the worldly game. Na chete hari nama, the wisdom of the Har is forgotten. This is the state of the world. Kin mein hai bin se sab jhoot, mere man te aaye Rama. So the Guru is saying, Kin mein bin se sab jhoot. The worldly game is jhoot, falsity. It's impermanent, it's fleeting, it can disappear in an instant. Kin mein bin se sab jhoot, because it is fleeting. And so the invocation to the mind, Mere man te aaye Rama. Fix your attention on that all-pervading Ram. This is the Rahau, the central message to the mind, that you live in a world where the Har has been forgotten, where there is no wisdom, and yet the world that you prize so much can actually disappear in an instant. Therefore, fix your mind on that which is imperishable, Rama. Savela chitana ave, that moment has essentially out of your consciousness. Savela chitana ave. Which one? Jit aaye katank kal grase, where death will seize you like a sharp thorn. It'll bite you. That moment is not a part of your consciousness. And what is the cure for that? That one alone is liberated who has enshrined the Har within. Nanak lay chadai, jis kripa kar hriday vasya. So the key words in this sabad are nefal and durmat. And we've already explained nefal being without fruit, without substance, not by the worldly measure, but through gurmat's measure, and durmat being somewhat the opposite of gurmat. So at first glance, when you read this sabad, it reads like the description of a durmatiya at work. You find that the durmatiya, the one with faulty understanding, is obsessive and obsessively attached to worldly fruits, status, cunning gains, deception, and so on. The durmatiya wins, brags, and thinks it has conquered the world. Yet the sabad calls these deeds nihafal, without fruit, because gurmat uses a different criterion. The only pal of fruit that counts is naam, liberation. Everything else, no matter how spectacular, registers as zero in this accounting. And Gurbani has a whole catalogue of Nihafal Karam. For example, pilgrimage without purifying the mind, fasting while the ego remains fed, charity performed for recognition, recitation as performance, yoga with no surrender of self. All of these are addressed elsewhere. Same symptoms. Here it is combined with boasting. When action produces no genuine inner fruit, the ego compensates by loudly claiming outer fruit. But again, on second reading, who is the durmatiya in Gurbani? Generally, we are translating it as a wicked person or evil intentions. But Gurbani does not judge. Durmatiya, in fact, is a specific condition of the mind that has been given to us as haume. So the root problem isn't a wicked person, but a miscalibrated instrument of perception, the ego mind. So in that sense, we are all durmatiya to begin with. It is our default condition. So looked at it this way, the second line, when it says, Jab aane wal vanch kar chhoot, tab jaane jag jitya, it is making durmatiya the agent. But the deceit is primal because Maya has already done its work on the mind, on the mati. The cunning and the falsehood aren't tools that the durmatiya has picked up. They are the natural expression of a consciousness that has already been deceived about what is real. So jab aane wal vanch kar chhoot isn't when he brings deceit and falsehood as a deliberate act. It's more like the mind is operating from within distortion. The mind naturally produces these patterns. The cunning isn't chosen. It arises. So you can't condemn someone for a condition they're in which is not their choice. The durmatiya has been deceived by Maya, and therefore all of its actions follow from that. So this is a perceptual blindness called haume that the Guru is talking about. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.